It's your boy J Thoughts here once again, and as always, hit those favorite buttons of mine. That's that like, that share, that subscribe. It helps the channel grow tremendously. We're trying to increase our subscriber count, our comments, engagement, etc. So I'm dropping gems here. Just do me that solid, right? It's free. Let's get involved, right? Today we're talking about how women are like children. Right, so before you get triggered, let me break it down. Let me explain. Because at a certain point in my life, I didn't understand the true nature of women. And what really helped me understand and figure that out was after I had a child. Because the mentality in dealing with children and women is very similar. There's only one of those parties I'm trying to fuck, and that's the women. There's really no difference in how I treat them. Having a kid really helped me see that. You have to be able to protect, provide, provision, direct. You got to pretend like you're interested in what they got to say. You got to encourage them. You got to uplift them. The whole nine. You can't get one until you really got enough money to pay for one, right? They're very similar. And one of the things that's very similar is the tantrums. Now, some babies, they like to kick and scream and hit and punch and throw things. But a woman's tantrum ain't too much different than that, aside from the kicking and screaming and all that. But it's the energy behind that tantrum. It's basically, hey, I didn't get what I wanted when I wanted it, so now I have to act out to express my frustration. So I ask a parent, I say, hey, if you have a child that throws a tantrum, right, do you step into their world and throw that tantrum with them? Or do you show them the world that they're supposed to step into? Meaning, do you exhibit the behavior of where they're at? Or do you exhibit the behavior of where you expect them to come over to, right? That's why cooler heads prevail. Men understand this. When men talk to men, we understand ain't too much difference in our mentality and approach when dealing with women. We got to treat them the same. I'm just trying to smash the girl. That's it. But the way I have to approach her is very similar to the way I approach a child, my own child. You have to have patience. You have to put your foot down sometimes, even if they don't like it. But ultimately, as men, our whole purpose is to keep them protected. A lot of times, that protection comes from themselves. Think about it. When a baby's born, every father knows this. Hey, my job right now, for like the first 4 years, 5 years, keep them from killing themselves. Because they will, if left unattended. Everybody done heard that boom, because they done hit themselves. Now you running to figure out what happened. You trying to keep them from doing destructive behavior that's gonna hurt them more in the long run. And they don't see that, because as men, we were blessed with the vision and foresight. Everybody knows if a child is hurt, who's the first person they go to? They go to mama. Because women were blessed with the ability of taking care of the immediate needs, right? Cooking, cleaning, feeding them, taking care of the put a band-aid, kiss it and make it feel better. But your dad is gonna tell you, walk it off, get up, you alright. Because men understand that the long term is what's really gonna count. When they're out of that house and they're no longer under your protection and guidance, they've got to be able to fend for themselves. So we're always thinking long-term investments, right? What can I put in place to make sure that I leave some resources behind to my children? Women ain't thinking like that. For the most part, they're not thinking about what can I leave resources behind. They're trying to buy whatever's on sale right now. Men are thinking, hey, we've got to think down the line. What's going to happen a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years from now? We got to be prepared for that. And part of that preparation involves ensuring that our children are prepared to deal with the future. Both parents are needed. Too many women are being told that they're not needed. Too many of the women today are being told they don't need men, but there's a whole bunch of nuances and things that they're overlooking, which is why it's necessary to have strong masculine men in your life. They protect you from doing a lot of dumb shit. Shit that you just thinking out of an emotion. I want that candy. I want that ice cream. I want to buy that new outfit because it's on sale today. Well, that's going to set us back a couple weeks if we do that. You've got to be able to think long term, which is why men are needed when it comes to women and children. And men will openly admit this same shit to you. We're not thinking out of our emotions the same way you are. Women are a lot like children, and it's okay, because we understand that. But that's why you need us.